Carl Gustav Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are," meaning we must always be laser focused on becoming who we want to become and on discovering what we actually are and what we can actually do in our lives and in real time, because there is only one thing which is noble and great to be done and discovered in the lifetime, and that is to finally become what we have always wanted to become all this while, whether it's a professor or a doctor or an engineer. It could be anything, but the thing is, if we cannot become what we have always wanted, then we will always live with unhappiness, regret, sorrow and suffering, which may be or may not be visible, but that anxiety and agony will always torment us from the within and affect our action and influence our behavior with other people in one way or another, and also in doing so destroy our relationships with everyone and not just ourselves. And that's why we must be willing to utilize our lifetime to not only discovering who we are and what we are capable of doing, but also to becoming what we have always wanted to become. Now, everyone has always had their own aims, intentions, purposes and ambitions in the world which are fundamentally different from one another's, but the fact is they had to be focused. They had to have the willingness, the desire, the passion that constantly tells them to not only find themselves and know themselves for who they are and what they can do, what their limitations are, what they think about, but also motivates them and drives them to action and to consistently pushes them to finally becoming who they want to become. And for that to happen, they had to be in the constant and consistent process of overcoming and becoming, because that's the only and the ultimate process of learning, growing and improving on a regular basis, even if it's little. But if we're not overcoming our self-imposed limitations, mental difficulties and emotional hurdles, then we will not make much progress. And if we're not able to conquer external boundaries, societal pressures and governmental restrictions, then also we will be pushed behind by sources that we hate and that we loathe. So the main battle and war will be with ourselves, that we will have to fight, and if we can't fight it, then we will die not living at all and not being able to become what we